back on this thing. Last episode, you know, we were working with engine and trans mount stuff. This time around, I got a call in for my media blasting guy, and he said that they could get us in kind of short time. I definitely want to do that before winter. Get this whole thing blasted, and we can reveal any kind of problem areas. The car just needs blasted anyway, and just, yeah, blow away all the rust, get everything exposed. Then we can get it back here and really start doing some serious work on other things. And part of what you're going to see today is just removing things such as like this corner light, headlights, doors, maybe door panels for sure, all the kind of little accessories that are still attached to the car, door handles, locks, everything needs to come apart. Like I said, just get everything that can unbolt and come off the chassis unbolted and off the chassis. So we have some things up in here that we need to do, steering column things, self-explanatory. Just need to get things off the car. The suspension components are in the mail, at least the some of them. Once those are in, we can bolt those up and really get the suspension assembled and into a state where we can start cutting on those fenders. That's another thing I want to get done right before it goes to media, is to get these fenders cut and fender flares fitted up and everything kind of mocked up, sat on the ground, and lined up close enough to where we just want to make sure that suspension's in a state or in an arrangement where it's relatively close to where it's going to be in real life. So anyway, let's get all this stuff taken apart, and I kind of want to get the dashboard sitting up there. You can kind of see it there hanging out. Kind of want to get that down and get that taken apart as well, because I've been thinking a lot about PDMs, electronics, and wiring. I'm running through HP Academy's course. Just finished the PDM one. Want to get that taken apart and start visualizing where I want everything to go and all my arrangements there. So let's do this. Yeah, can't believe I just did this, but I was just not very aggressively trying to pull the weather strip around the corner of the windshield here, which is going pretty well. And I know this is a very vulnerable piece of glass, but as you can see, I did not feel like I was really tugging that hard. I feel like I was tugging way harder just a minute before this happened, but lo and behold, pop, and the damn thing broke. So that was like my worst fear. And like I said, I was not tugging hard. I was actually using this little metal piece for a minute, and then I thought, you know, that's probably a little harsh. You don't want to get metal on glass there, just to be cautious. So I switched the plastic, and I wasn't even using this. I was just tugging on the weather strip. So I don't know. I guess I was a little too confident in the windshield strength. Obviously I don't do this much, so I guess I'll source another one. I'll find one, but I guess now I can just get it out. So inside the front fender here, there's a reinforcement bar that was installed. I had asked that it be attached to the traction control rod box, which it is. Looks awesome. And then attached over here to what is I'm calling it a frame rail, but it's like a structural piece once you connect it, which it turns out it did not get connected. It just got attached to this square piece of metal which was then welded on just the floor pan. So, this is great and all, but doesn't really do what I want it to. So I've been kind of upset about that. Well, I was messing around in here the other day, and I was cleaning stuff out, and I noticed, oh, well, it just goes right there, and my structural piece, I believe, is just this thing, right? It's just this rocker frame rail, I'm calling it. Well, why don't I just effectively attach where it's welded onto the floor pan there, and just like basically box it in. So just like take a piece and connect it from there to here, because this is the frame rail. So okay, so that's kind of a wrap for this little episode, I'll call it. But as you saw, just kind of removing things, not doing anything too special, I guess, other than just getting it stripped down. Got the filler neck out, gas tank out. There's still plenty I need to remove here and there. Obviously, engine, things like that. Just again, should have not fenders, but quarters cut for the fenders this week. Wednesday is when one of them arrive with the front coilovers, and then just waiting on the second one to arrive for control arms and whatnot. As you know, or maybe you don't, I do have the T3 rear R230 kit back here. Again, I have up here the differential. I had to cut the, oh man, if I can get a view on it, I had to cut the I don't even know what you call it, cross support member there to make the diff clear. I was considering dropping this all down this weekend to do that, but I was thinking, well, by the time I drop that down, box it in, I'm about to bolt it back up, and then I'd need that all back together to get the suspension in there. So I didn't do that. So I elected to just start taking stuff off the car rather, to get it ready for media blasting. So there you have it. Kind of a lame, boring update, nothing too exciting, no fun, shiny new parts, but I'm just kind of documenting everything regardless. So yeah, hoping to provide more weekly updates here, and just keep myself accountable and keep this project on the move. So thanks for watching, guys. See ya.